Hi, my name's Emily. In this video, we're going to look at how to set up your medical ID using an iPhone. Don't forget to hit subscribe and then the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Now, medical ID helps first responders access your critical medical information from the lock screen. You don't actually need to get into somebody's phone to find out their important medical information. Most smartphones have this ability. But in this video, we're going to just talk about the Apple iPhone. Now, as well as medical conditions and allergies accounts you might have, there will also probably be numbers there of who to call in case of emergency. So let's look at how to set up your medical ID on an Apple iPhone. So first of all, you need to locate the Health app. So you tap the Health app and then tap the Summary tab. At the top right there, you should see a profile picture or maybe just your initials in the upper right hand corner. Touch that. Then under your profile picture, tap Medical ID. Tap Edit in the upper right corner. And then to make your medical ID available from the lock screen on your iPhone, you need to turn on Show When Locked. In an emergency, this gives information to people who want to be able to help you. Now you should enter health information like your date of birth, any allergies and your blood type. And then you tap Done. Now on my one, I haven't thankfully touched wood got any medical conditions or medical needs. So I've just written down what I would want people to know in an emergency. So I've just put, I've got a dog that's home alone, a dog and a cat, and please call these numbers if I'm able to get home tonight. You might be a parent and care for somebody and you want the school to be contacted. You'd want your next of kin contacted in an emergency situation. So make sure you write down something there that you would like people to be aware of. And of course you need to then add emergency contacts on there. So I've got 5 emergency contacts if I know that people would actually answer the phone if needed an emergency. Now that medical ID can be found by trying to get into your lock screen. You haven't got your PIN code. Up at the bottom will come the word emergency and then medical ID. So that's how you can find it on someone's phone. Or, when you try and turn off your iPhone, you can hold the power button, the volume up button, and up will come there, power off. And then there'll be 2 more options once you set this up. It will say medical ID. You can swipe that by sliding it, and that will show you medical ID that you've just set up. And there's another button called Emergency SOS. And if you slide that, then that will call the emergency services for you straight away. Now that Emergency SOS button can also be used if you just hold the power button down. You'll then see it counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then after that, it will then call the emergency services. I've also activated my Emergency SOS button by going to Settings and going to Emergency SOS and doing it by pushing my power button 5 times. So if I push that power button 5 times, it will actually activate the Emergency SOS as well on there. And as well as calling the emergency services, what it will also do is then send a text message to my emergency contacts with a map of my location so they know where I am. Don't forget to hit subscribe.